Alright, I think we're all set. You talking about me in the title of your video, you sexy YouTube bro. Hope you're doing well, Loki. Thanks, Avarice. I'm happy to have some humor right off the bat. How you guys doing? Hey there, how you doing as well? Alright, I think I'm all set up, right? You guys can hear me? Good. Alright, let's have a little bit of... Let's stop with this ominous little background audio, which I'm surprised. I don't have music, right? So that's not music that I'm hearing. Yeah. That's pure ambiance, huh? Howdy, Xavier. Always happy to have you in the chat. Let's see. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Do we see these graves anywhere else? It's got a little bit of that horn scent style on the sides, but the rest of it I don't recognize whatsoever. Right? So this looks horn scent, this looks horn scent, this looks sun capital, which I think makes sense. I would not be surprised if, what's his face? Who owns the mansion? Oh god, I can't remember. Poor old Grandpa Loki. Can't even remember the name of the location. Where is it? Midra, that's his name. I would be surprised if Midra's from the Sun Capital, honestly. Probably could be around for about an hour. Sadly, tomorrow will work. No problem there. I mean, you can be here as long or as short as you want, you know? So let's see. I'm trying... Oh, right, because the stupid horse. Thank God we have ×5 speed yet. Is it just me, or does this look different from the typical trees we look at? Let's get out of here. Yeah, I'm at the wood entrance. I keep coming back to this graveyard because I'm trying to be doubly sure. I guess that's fine. I'm trying to be doubly sure, though, where everything comes from here. So these are like rock formations, right? These are like stalactites, right? Actually, no, they look like wood, though. Yeah, these are tree root things. Okay, then it's probably the same thing as that there. Okay, so these are all just the trees, then. I'm not familiar with this species of tree. But apparently it can have quite the big branches. Oh. These aren't the same as the horn scent trees, are they? Daring today, are we with the title, huh? Am I? I am. Am I? There's lots of horn men in this game. What can I say? Lots of horny men. You mean Abyssal Woods is Sun Capital? No. I've talked about it before. I said Sun Capital is where Langdell is now. Sun Capital went to Raise, right? But the graves that I attribute as belonging to the Sun Capital, we're seeing the same style here with the hole in the center. Now, it could be this is a different culture, which has a similar practice or whatever, but I'm skeptical of that. So I'm thinking that since Medra is 100% not a horn scent, as we see, I think he might come from the Sun Capital. That's the only thing I can imagine justifying a lot of his, hornlessness. Are these trees related to big trees around Eternal Cities in Sofield? I don't think so. I think it's a different model. I don't recognize them, at least. And we don't see anything resembling a river. We have water here, right? But this is like a giant valley, so you'd expect a valley to have, you know, water at the bottom pooling. So the thing that's interesting to me is that this is like one giant graveyard, right? And it seems to be relatively old looking at this, right? Actually, this bottom section, do we recognize that from anywhere? I don't. Oh, I'm going to take shots of this now, though, in case it comes up later. Right? Also, Sun Capital Connection would explain why we see the chairs with the hawks imagery in Midra's mansion as well, right? That'd be a really easy explanation there, being like, yeah, he's enmeshed in Hornsent culture, but he comes from like the farm colonies area. Maybe they can even be called Arau Desporo or descendants based on the burrows. I'd have to think about that one. I think these graves might be better referred to as the Morn clan. No, that I'm not going with. The Morn clan might live in the Sun Realm, but they're not necessarily the whole society are running it. I disagree with entirely, though, Nightscale. I don't think a diaspora would explain that. Maybe the reason the trees here look like this is because the land here is sunk almost underground. I don't see any evidence of sinking, though. That's the problem. It just looks like a normal valley. Like, I don't see anything that would really give me the idea of, oh yeah, this sank. This is like sheer rock face that stayed in place while the rest of this came down. Right? It just looks like normal rock. But yeah, so we have relatively old here. We got that. The graveyard extends to about, I think it was around the edge, like when Torrent starts getting afraid of us, right? Because obviously they're having some of it be on like the cliff sides and stuff, right? You know, more for dramatic effect. Yeah, so it ends about here, right? So you have a graveyard extending about this size, right? And then it goes down to a normal road, and this road takes us... I think it uses some of the same assets we see with the Hornsent stuff, too, if I recall correctly, right? But this road takes us all the way down to the church, the abandoned church over here. So they do have a church connected to this place, though again, it's hard for at least me to tell, because there's also obviously the catacomb here, right? And the catacomb is very clearly consistent with what we've seen with typical Erdtree, you know, catacombs and stuff like that. So is this America and Company, they were, or, you know, I guess Mesmer and Company, I guess would be more accurate. Did they come in here, build the catacomb or something? And then they found, they're like, oh, look, there's already a graveyard down here during construction. And they start building a road here to a separate church or whatever to honor it separately. That I'm not so sure about, right? Because then it goes back to this whole... There's no statue. There's not even, like, a base of a statue. It's all gone here, so... That has me curious. What was the name of the catacomb that leads here? I forgot. Darklight Catacomb. Yeah, it's very clearly burned, right? So the question would be, if this is supposed to be... Because it used the exact same architecture. So if this is supposed to be a Mesmer church, then did the Hornsent burn this, or did Mesmer's own people burn this later? Again, we've seen them burn a bunch of America churches, presumably because they're pissed at America. But then I don't know why the idol, the giant statue of her, is uniquely removed here. Were they still constructing the church, maybe? And they didn't finish the enshrining? Because usually the enshrining of a church with, like, you know, the chief statue or, you know, whatever, like in Christianity, I know it's typically the tabernacle, right? That's what makes a church, right? Once you remove the tabernacle, it's just a building and you can do whatever you want to it. It's not considered sacrilegious. So maybe that's the idea here, is that they didn't finish construction before they decided to burn it? I don't know. Salacious stream today, titled today, Mr. Loki. Is that so? I don't know why people have trouble with the fact that this game is filled with horny men. What is wrong with that? Everyone in this game has horns. Nothing salacious about it. They think it's pretty tame. Yeah, there's no other roads or anything here, so it's literally just the road leading to the church, connecting the church to the graveyard. And there's no graveyard or anything in the manse, right? So I'd have to assume. And there's no city or anything that this connects back to either. Even the animals are horny. That's very true, yes! The animals are also horny. It's not even just the people. There's one of these guys still, right? Like, I haven't killed one of them. I recall, isn't there like a fog over here? I guess not. Maybe I'm crazy. Thank God we have times 5 speed. Imagine if we were doing this at normal speed. Okay, there we go. Where are you? Where are you, shadow person? There we go. Now, this has me interested because, generally, we don't see too much We see the people in the specimen storehouse, and we see the horn scent generally have shadow versions. But this is the first time we've seen it with one of these enemies, which makes me more and more curious how much we can blame. Like, how much can we attribute the shadowness to potentially Mesmer versus the realm of shadow in general? And is there a reason why certain enemies don't have shadow versions but others do? Who's hornier, Morg or Bale? I assume Moog, right? Because Moog's horny a lot all over his body, but Bale has horns only on his head? Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember how Bale looks, other than having a bunch of, you know, screwed up wings. Also, Bale never got around to healing those injuries from Placky. He's kind of just been... I guess when you're locked in constant combat, you don't really have a lot of time for the body to kind of, you know, heal back up. Stuck with exposed bones all the time. I think the Age Untouchables might actually become more solid after they do their jump scare teleport. So you think it might be coincidence then that they look like Shadow? Do Winter Lanterns respawn? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure all the ones I've killed have remained dead. I think that's the only one I haven't gotten because, I'll be honest, I didn't even realize I wasn't going through here. Oh yeah, the Horn people also have, where are you? There you are, Priesty boy. There you are. Or Priesty girl, I guess. Based on the thing. Actually. Alright. Excuse me, gonna violate your privacy, madam. Just need to confirm some things. How far does this go? Seems like it's just a regular naked model with the dress over, or robe. And then... God, this is so difficult. This would be so much easier if I just asked, like, Zuli or someone. It's like, hey, can you just remove the robes from the priest people so I can kind of see how they look? Yeah, it looks pretty, like... looks pretty androgynous, to be honest, from what I can tell. It looks pretty flat. And then, do we even get a face? I don't think so. Yeah. They just wrap it in cloth. There's no face here. Oh, or maybe not. Okay, there's a face. It's just super low poly. Okay. Oh, cool. Bonfire VN did so. That's nice. There we go. Is their posture with their staff the same as the Bellarat casters, or am I going crazy? What do you mean by the casters? Oh, the Aged Untouchables? I don't know if the Winter Lantern boys have anything going on with them similar, imposing. Like, maybe. I don't know. Do any of them have a, I mean, it could make sense, admittedly. Because it's just supposed to be a bunch of old people with a cane, right? So I guess you could just reuse the pose. I don't know, I don't remember any enemy having an arm as long as these guys, though. Am I crazy? Like, that arm looks really long. Can't heal up because I keep cursing him. How's ER going? Curse you, Burial! Anyway, it's going good, Frenzy. Going through the Frenzy land. Your home. Your respite. Oh. One problem with Thames fight speed. When you get stuck, you're like, oh god. Maybe if this is where lots of water is pouring out. We got this giant waterfall thing here. Which kind of makes sense because there's stuff with water around here, right? So it all kind of... makes sense in the broadest sense there. Alright. Alright, God, I wanted looking at this. Let's compare ruins here, because we looked at the ruins at the one place, but... Stay hydrated, chat. Curious about this one, though. Oh, we're at nighttime, huh? Let's fix that. So this is the valley where the water pools from everywhere else. Why no poison lake? I'll be honest, I think the poison from... What was it, this one? Yeah, at this lake specifically. I think that's because of what's-his-face, the poison dude. I think he's responsible for all that, because that's where we first... So either he's attracted there, because that's where we first find him, or he's responsible for it. I'm not as sure about this one. It could be the perfumers, because the perfumers are, like, camped up here, and they got their little secret base thing, like, in the cave right here before we enter into it. But that I have to look into it more. So I don't think it's the idea of, like, oh, there's just a big source of poison that's endlessly being dumped into there. I think it's more recent, what we're seeing with poison pools. Yeah, these are identical. Yeah, got that leathery look to it. It's either cloth or reptilian-like skin. I talked to it with Zuli, and she did an awesome vid on the lampreys, by the way. I was very happy. And this is the same thing that we've seen elsewhere. Huh. Game? Is there a reason? Are we having technical difficulties right now? Like, why are we staying frozen? Like, what's going on? Uh-oh, I think my game might have froze. Ah, nope, it's good now. That's weird. That was a little random. Let's get you out of the way more. No, not you. Oh my god, you! I want to see if this works. Oh my god, it might actually work. This stupid tree. So we'll lock you into place. Of course it rains. Goddamn Liurnia weather, man! So let's deal with these pillar statues. Why do they look like they burst out from the ground? I have to assume there's something magical going on with them, right? Because they look to be rock, but they've got signs of gold in them, and they, there has to be a reason why the ruins are located here, right? So I have to imagine there's something involving the fingers that's concentrating energy, which is causing these formations and stuff. Now, the actual ruins aspect, where there's these giant, like you see in the background there, with the giant, like, pillars and, like, a line, like a wall or whatever, and, of course, the flute thing that you blow into. Actually, they call it a bell, right? So that stuff, I'm like, I don't know. That could have been possibly like anyone. It could just be like, oh, you know, ancient peoples, when they first came across this, they were so amazed they built these ruins around this location. It's grown into this or whatever. I'm back to anything interesting get found. Nope, but the rain came to rain on my parade, so. Ymir can summon the central finger circle, so I assume it's magic. What do you mean by central finger circle? Do you mean as in the, what's the word? The sigil that appears when you use, finger sorcery? Are they manifestations of the fingers of Marika/Radigan, like manipulating and messing with the world? I don't think so. I think they predate them, if anything. My sense is these would have to predate Marika and Radigan. Because I get the feeling that the Shaman village that Marika was a part of, I get the feeling the reason why it was established where it was is probably because of the Finger Ruins. That, or it's responsible for creating the Finger Ruins, one or the other. Oh, Ymir has a sorcery that summons 6 fingers in the same position as those big fingers around the bells. Yeah, but then you could always argue that the sorcery is trying to mimic the formation, right? You could always just argue that it's purposefully referring to it. Either the developers or, you know, Ymir himself. You can pick or choose. That actual sorcery summoning the finger pillars around you, okay. Because that's the thing with the finger sorcery. Like, it depends on whether or not these are supposed to be, like, actual, like, fingers that have, like, petrified, or if these are just, like, rock formations that take the shape of fingers. Away from the... Oh, yeah. I see you, man. I see you. Oh my god, this stupid rain won't go away! I fucking hate the weather in this game. Like, can we just have it where we have a bunch of days where, like, it never rains ever? Like, please? It's freaking in shadow. Why is there even rain still? Why is there an atmosphere? Deep cosmology to the rain watch. You're on the Cerulean Coast, Loki. Rain is not going to play ball with the photos. Listen, it's not just Cerulean Coast. It's this entire freaking area. It doesn't matter if you're in Gravesite Plains. It doesn't matter if you're freaking in Shadu Altis. It's the same shit. Honestly, I think the Abyssal Woods is probably the most cooperative. I don't remember it ever raining there. Come on. Oh my god, I don't want to reset. I don't want to reset when I got, like, the perfect angle and everything I wanted. One more proof what is the best area. Abyssal Woods does rain, but in 2 spooky spots near random walls. It might be a glitch, but it sure elevates the atmosphere. That does sound like a glitch if it's, like, really specific, because it might be that the area is, like, technically overlapping with another area where rain is possible. With your luck, I assume even the Jagged Peak gets rain. You know what? You know what? You're probably right. I could probably get more photos of Jagged Peak, to be honest. I don't know if I've gotten, like, you know, enough good reference images of that place. But then again, maybe I'm overestimating, like, you know, the creative and interesting shots you can get with, you know, a place that's literally just a bunch of jagged rocks. Doggo here is trying to fight with me without actually biting me. Cuto. Cute old little doggo. Is the body in other America's children like the mausoleum corpses? That I don't know. I think it's just called interacting with remains or whatever, right? But the actual, like, not bed, but, you know, the actual, like, slab that the corpse is, resting on clearly has, like, a finger, like, pattern to it. Its fingers are also cut off. So, like, I'm hesitant to go with a soulless demigod explanation, right? But I don't think there's any items or anything that would add any, like, qualification on what the alternative would be. So during the rain time, did you see Garrulus Goldmask's recent video about Miquella's Great Rune, Loki? I have no idea what the hell that is, so I assume that's a channel. The headstone is gold inlaid in the fingerprint pattern. Yeah, you can see that as well. I have not seen the video, so I cannot give my take on whatever it is. I've talked previously about the causality thing with Miquella's Great Rune, though, so... God, this rain... It got even worse! Now it's foggy in the background! Come on! Well, this is definitely going to be the casual ER stream. It's just going to be Loki ASMR while there's rain in the background. Okay, chat, here we go. We're now gonna enjoy a nice, casual Elden Ring stream. Ah, Elden Ring. Alright. Alright, come on. Please. I beg you. Please, stop. You like the video in the Discord? Okay. Oh god, please, no, I can't stand ASMR. I'll be honest, I don't get the appeal either. It's most certainly not for me. Going into Buddhism and stuff, like, I'd have to see it, but thinking that over, the only thing I would say about the causality thing is it's obviously dealing with the Elden Ring itself and the nature of the universe, right? Right? Because, well, it's causality, but, like, trying to go into deep and be like, oh, it's not just about, like, Marika sin or whatever, like, that's like, yes, I've talked about that before. I think the translation they have is wrong. It should be talking about the causality of the order and thing and whatever, right? But, like, trying to then say, like, it has to be about, like, every sin, period, like, how are we defining that? What is the sin then? Like, that would be where I would be skeptical, but I haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna comment further. Like, you guys aren't being helpful, though, when you're asking me about, like, a video that I haven't followed. Like, if it's something simple, sure, but I'm not gonna give my hot take on something I haven't seen. You should start researching Hollow Knight lore to take pictures in the City of Tears. I'm sure it won't rain there. Yeah, I just need to get obsessed with Hollow Knight lore, right? I don't know. Hollow Knight's made, in the West, right? So I don't think there's any translation stuff I could add there. You should play Hollow Knight. Well, maybe. I do like the Hollow Knight style. I've said it before. I think the art style looks amazing. I just don't know. I don't know. 2D games are really hard for me to get into. Like, I have to really, like, it has to be like a 13 Sentinels or something to, like, make me want to play, like a 2D style. Honestly, 13 Sentinels isn't really 2D that much either. You know what? Whatever. I'm taking the shot now. At least I have it. Blasphemous 2? No, I have zero interest in Blasphemous. I have absolutely zero interest in Blasphemous. I know a lot of my contemporaries play it and like it or whatever, right? I know, like, Smotown, for example, has sung its praises, but, like, I cannot be bothered to care. Last Faith, same thing. Those games just... There is nothing about them that makes me go, I want to try this out. Enotria, the last song. That one I have not heard about. Maybe I've seen it, but I definitely don't remember the name. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, if you like Blasphemous, that's great, but, like, I have absolutely zero interest in even trying it out. Like, it's just... It's not even... It's nowhere on my radar. How blasphemous. Well, what do you know? I think you'd like Hollow Knight better. Yeah, again, Hollow Knight... Like I said, Hollow Knight, at least art style-wise, it grabs me. I'd have to try it, though, to see if the gameplay would jive with me. So, other Rain, convo. In the English text, Queeline says he's cut out a cancer if he kills the Tarnish at the Ruined Church of America. Does he say cancer in the JP text, too? Let's have a look. Let's actually take a look, since I'm here. What's the line that he says cancer here? Another... Okay, I've excised... Another cancer to thy joy. I would assume no. That just screams to me like that sounds like a localization thing. Like just looking at the English line. Like this seems like that's how that the way that just reads to me. Now I could be wrong. So let's where's that same line on the JP side? Okay. 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 How do I put this? It's not cancer, but it's the same idea in the broadest sense in that it's something like something you like, you would translate this as like your sorrow, your anxieties, you know, distress, worries, stuff like that. So it would be something on the sense of, in the sense of just something that you are, something that is afflicting you, but not like a literal cancer, essentially. You know, it's about emotions. I keep asking about Notria, the last song. I'd asked like 15 times each time you react, haven't heard. That tells you, man, how much it registers in my goldfish memory. It just doesn't stick. Who was Queen-Line? The guy aligned with the Queen. Duh. The Petra's Haircut Crusader. Yeah. The Petra's Haircut Crusader. That's one way to put it. You were curious about that? Yeah, no problem. I was thinking about that a medieval setting, even a magical one, might not know such medical terms. Yeah, maybe not in that sense, but I don't mind the word cancer just because, like, it's used so abstractly, right? Like, when I think of cancer, I don't know, I just don't think of medical cancer, period. But, you know, maybe that's because I'm familiar with the mythology and stuff more, but I don't know. Actually, was cancer used as a word before, Actually, no, I assume... Oh, wait, no! Chat! What is this? What is this? The rain is gone! Yes! So a little bit of the fog thing, but that's fine. It's not the worst. I think cancer referred to crabs before the medical cliche had the name assigned to it. I know it referred to the constellation, right? Which was a crab. But I have no idea if it was used, like, for crabs in general or something. Eno Tria, the last song is the best FromSoft game Miyazaki had made ever. Ah, really? Miyazaki made it, huh? The Weeping Peninsula's finally gotten over its trauma. Alright, I like that. That's a cool shot. Okay. Now for the other shots I wanted. I screwed that up. I pressed the wrong button. Don't press print screen. Press F12. Hurry. The Queen Line talk excites the photobombing, right? Yeah, I get that it's had a history there. I'm just asking, like, when, like, was cancer actually used in normal conversation before, like, it became associated with the medical tumor, right? That's what I'm kind of curious about now. I'm like, huh. Like, when did people start using the word, like, cancer, right, as, like, a term? Like, I can imagine potentially that the term got used, like, very early on in history. Like, I don't know, maybe around the turn of the BC AD, right? Or maybe a little later. I don't know. I'd have to actually look that up. Alright. It says right there, Old English. But, like, how old are we talking there in terms of Old English? Because, like, that's for the English word of the cancer, but, like, you know, it's obviously, if it comes from, like, Greek and stuff, was it being used by the Greeks or something? That's what I'm asking about. I'm talking about, like, the history behind it, not just, like, the etymology there. Pretty curious that they're designed like they're meant to open. Yeah, I can see that. They got that little, like, line there. But, like, this is very clearly saying examine remains. Unless, I suppose you could always make the argument that the remains aren't the body we see here. It's actually inside the coffin, and that's actually what we're interacting with, right? I suppose you could make that case. This is like a statue or something representing the body. That's the only other thing I could think of to explain it. I suppose that they made a texture for the cut finger ends instead of leaving them as a void. I mean, I can understand that, but like, I don't know. I feel like I feel like Elden Ring has a lot more polish than a lot of other From Software titles, so I'm not like totally surprised. All right, we got what we wanted here. I like how the rain stopped as soon as I got off there too. Oh, it's starting to come though. If these are petrified fingers, it would be... I guess it wouldn't be too weird, because if they're petrified, then it's okay if they crumble apart like that, right? We still have these eggs and stuff, which I'm not sure if they have any relation to the lamprey, or if they're separate from that. Lamprey, trying to leech off the good old fingers. Yeah, I like that. That looks... Oh no, that's the... Oh, that's the thing that stuck through his head. Okay, cool. For a second, I thought that was like his tail or something. I was like, oh, well. Oh, that's an interesting idea. You think that Metter's live birth of, like, the finger creepers could be something, a sign of something broken? Maybe. Again, it depends on what these eggs are. If they're related to the lampreys, I have many questions. If they're not related to lampreys, I still have many questions, so... Right? And then we have these, which are very clearly, like, man-made monuments and stuff, right? Like... Yeah. Oh, actually... What is... Also, rain's coming, of course it is. Thank God I paused. So we have finger creepers and stuff here, right? So you'd be like, oh, has Metter been here? Has this been blessed by Metter? Or were there other fingers, mothers, maybe, besides Metter? Is she actually not the first? It could be clipping, but it's not like... I don't know, this is pretty borderline. I could see this as not being intentionally clipping. Right, like, you have these, like, clipping, too, here, so... Like, how much is that intentional on their part when they're doing this? To be honest, I'm not sure if I like this, Rusty, no. No, doggo, no, please. My hands are full. You can't take them away. Listen, doggo, get on the floor. I will say this, one thing nice about having this wireless thing for the controllers now, chat, is that I can much more easily, like, move around and do stuff with the dog and just in general without having to, worry about a wire, like, getting tangled or unplugged or any of that bull, so... That's cool. There we go. Maybe it's not clipping, because these things seem to just overlap as part of one monument, so it may just be that it looks like it's clipping, because they have it so low there. I wonder, do the decorative, walls in each finger rune point toward each other? What do you mean by point toward each other? Because we have one here... And then we have the other over here, so not really. So if you considered this like a fingerprint, you'd have one finger pointing this way. And then you have another one here pointing... Oh yeah, this wall's like very long too and stuff, right? So something like this way. So it'd be toward Jagged Peak and a little past Mesmer's castle. So I don't think that's significant. They highlight the blue here, but I'm not noticing anything really blue in the land. I thought it was the finger monument things, but they're gold too. So, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, that was one of my early thoughts too. I was wondering if these ruins were supposed to represent like a two fingers or something, right? So like there would be some connection there, but no luck there. Maybe the decorative wall was originally meant to emphasize the sound when the instrument is blown. That could be true. It could be for that. It could be like a way to help, like, you know, what's the word? Like, help the sound bounce off the wall things or whatever, right? That's possible. Yeah, the bigger thing is that the formation of these finger monument things happen, and then they hang the bell here, right? That's the big thing. Did these things arise because someone directed them to rise that way, and then they hung the bell? Or did these things already rise in this formation on their own, and the bell was just placed there because it was the best spot, obviously, for that purpose? If so, why was this? Was it because the two fingers was born here? Was it because, like, another shooting star landed here to give birth to the two fingers? I have so many questions on that front. Where's Ymir? Because we get here in Shadow Altus, right? And we're seeing the same stuff. It's the same monument things, but smaller. So I have many questions. And this is clearly like a separate dimension thing, like what we see with the spirit, the ancestral spirit king, so... There, I'm happy. No, just a little bit. No, just... There we go. Perfect. The figure ruins that you enter here from have water below you? Oh! So you think it could be something like it's inside the water, kind of like Moonside Lake and BB? You think it could be like a false floor idea? Ooh. The problem is we just see these things, and yeah, they just kind of keep on rising, right? So like you're not supposed to like see the top of them or whatever, right? And they kind of just look like hollows. There we go. Damn. Ah, I hate how there's that invisible wall there. It's like, I want to look at the bigger ones. Because it doesn't go on forever. It stops, right? It does stop. They're not trying to make this seem as endless as the actual stuff in the ceiling is. There we go. Hide the grace point, hide the... There we go. Perfect. Alright. Speaking of which what are the mirror runes called in the JP text? I remember you saying that it seems like they just flipped around the letters in Ymir's name. Yeah, that's basically what it looks like. It looks like it was very intentionally named with the idea of like taking Ymir's name and then like mixing up the letters. Now again, is that supposed to mean that like Ymir named them or whatever? Maybe not. I could just see it as like a cheeky reference by Miyazaki, right? But yeah, I think anyone looking at the finger runes of Mir and then looking at Ymir can kind of very easily see the resemblance, right? There's also the water that the cathedral itself is in, right? So Cancer used to be Karkinos, meaning crab. Father of medicine, Hippocrates started using Karkinos to describe tumors way back. Okay, so it is a very old term. Good to know, Victor. Thank you so much for clarifying that. Okay, so Cancer's been used for a very long time, so it wouldn't be that weird to have a medieval fantasy character use the term then. That's cool to know. Wait. Huh. Huh. Also, goddamn the lag. There we go. Oh! Are there still birds in there? Oh no, they're finger creepers in there. Oh. 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 Understandable, have a nice day. That explains why some of them look like they've had things burst out of them, huh? There we go. Ymir really is a great mother! He's the best mother, best mom. Remember to give your love to good old Ymir on Mother's Day. Did it take a picture of Yuri's grave? I don't think so. I don't even remember which one that is. Oh, is it where the item I haven't collected yet is? There's Cherishing Fingers. I thought you got that from his bell bearing, to be honest. Alright. Let's give him some love. There, we got good old grave. Some commenters in Kami-sensei's video analyzing the finger birthing crowds know that these ceiling pipes resemble the rings on the worms sticking out of the worm faces. Others said they remind them of the sea worms and coral. Yeah, I get more of a sense of coral and stuff. I don't. You know what, we're gonna take this one more time because now we have actual, light. I get more of the sense. I would agree with the coral sentiment more. That's the sense I get when I look at them. I don't see worm faces. By that argument, I could just say, you know what, it reminds me of the lamprey. Because they have very similar mouths, too. It's like... I don't think that's the connection to be had. I don't remember this stuff actually being see-through, but maybe it's just been a while since we've been to this, this style of cathedral, you know? Let's look into this stuff here. Is there anything unique there? No, it looks like typical crystal crap. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Oh.
Count Ymir, the stars, the sky. I see them not.
1 second. For posterity's sake, you know. Oh, really? So people are going so far as to think Wormface is connected to the finger ruins and stuff, huh? No, I still think it's just another example of what death can do, specifically Godwin's death, to people who are consumed by all his pests and stuff. I don't think it's that deep. Be kind of cool though if people could come up with a really convincing argument for it, though. I'm gonna go down now. We're gonna ignore the fact that it's hanging from a thread that is actually sticking up above the actual fingers, okay? We're gonna pretend we don't see that, chat. We don't see anything. We are blind. Cover your eyes. It ain't real. It can't hurt you. Oh, this is fascinating. Like, the pattern even exists inside them when they're broken like that. Yeah, I think that first shot was better. Oh god, I'm never gonna... It's just a pole, right? It's... You know, like... They just made the pole extra long, right? So... They didn't pay attention to how it might do... Ah. Wormface are there for Morrowind fans. They're the token ascended sleepers. This is gonna be an implanted phobia for a whole generation now. You think so? Why is this route underground so distinct compared to the other two? I have the same questions, you know? I have the same question. Oh god. That is so low poly. Like my man's. Like, why does that look so... Actually, you know, I don't think it's low poly. I think it's just the fog effect looks so bad. Like, look at that. It just looks really, really shit. Again, I love the holes for light to pour through when there is no such thing on the above ground area. It's like, yeah. Keep on going, FromSoft. Make us not believe your caves are real. They didn't resize the bell asset with the fingers, yeah, for sure. Why did the cosmic core be so mysterious? Yes. Alright, what do you think, chat? Should I have mercy on her?
Give me...
Should I grant her the light of America, chat? Or should I be a dick? She did try to kill me after I totally acted in self-defense when mommy boy decided he was gonna murder me. Depends what reward you want. Okay. I know in the notes there's a thing where her and her sister are like a summon or whatever. I don't want that. I don't use summon, so... Which one gets me not that? Maybe this cave is in reality much bigger and the holes are in places where we can't see them. Well, the problem is it's not just this cave, Therms. It's all the caves. All the caves have that same stupid light pouring in from holes that can't possibly exist there. Now, I guess you could always argue, yes, if you want to kind of like extend out and be like the lands between and all the places we go or whatever, right? They're so much larger or bigger and the dungeons don't fully capture that. Except the problem is a lot of places are designed to be one-to-one with, the dungeons and where they're located and like perfectly fit inside and stuff like that. So like we just have to accept it. It's artistic license. The developers aren't asking you to, like, analyze deeply the lore of the holes in the ceiling with light pouring in. Grace equals summon, occultation equal weapon. Okay, then time to give her the darkness.
No light. Anywhere at all. This is the night I know. Our night.
The light comes from the same place as the music, yeah, basically. Alright, let's get a good look at that Sauron helmet. Oh. How did I... There we go. Alrighty. Woo! Gone. Yeah, we have lots of water around here, but I don't know if it comes from the Finger Ruins or if it, like, it sinks into the Finger Ruins. Like, I can go with either or there. Because it's pretty high above ground, other than the fact that, obviously, there's, like, a hole below. Actually, it kind of almost looks like a crater. Oh, you know, that's probably coincidence. These are the Liurnia trees, I'm pretty sure, right? Yep, this is a Liurnia tree. It's just incredibly, it's incredibly low. I think I have a shot of this, but just to be sure. Just for the sake of being sure. Oh, actually, I think this is the first time I've seen those statues up here, though. Yeah, I don't recall these statues being so frequent. Huh. Oh, random plant that shouldn't be up here. Wait. 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 Wait, wait, wait. Wait, wait. Wait, wait. This is... I swear... You know what? What'd I say? Elden Ring is the most polished. Doesn't mean it's, doesn't mean it's flawless. Yeah, it has the same thing. It's at all the Finger Ruins. Oh, look, another one of those trees. How convenient. Yeah, they're all slightly under, okay. Man, they look so bright here. I don't know, are they retextured, or is this what it looks like when they're not in fucking Liurnia? Yeah, you can find one at all three of them, so it's definitely intentional there. Yeah, I somehow doubt someone planted a tree here right in front of the staircase. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that's not what they wanted. Alright. Let's get out of here. Where's the one in the other Finger Ruin? If I recall correctly, the last one is... What is it, like around here, chat? No, it's down here. It's like somewhere here or down here or something. So like one of these two areas. It's over off to the side. The dog is judging me. He's staring at me, judging me harshly. Wondering why I'm not giving him even more love. It's like, you're the one who got up, dog. I was giving you pets with my feet. Here, 1 second, chat. We got him to lay down again. Oh, Loki, you should go toward the wizard tower from Shaman Village. You can enter the top of the tower. Wait, what? The wizard tower from Shaman... But, haven't I already got into the top of the tower? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Oh! Apparently not. Okay. Sure. You get to the actual top. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, my good old Horton tree. Oh. Well, it wouldn't be a Loki stream. Think you found Anna up there already? Anna. Alright, we go this way. Oh. I keep going the wrong way! Oh, why am I like this, chat? I really shouldn't be trying to look at you guys while traveling around here with all the edges and stuff. I really shouldn't. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Man, I love my village of only 4 houses. Truly, a close-knit community, you know? What? Okay. Gonna have to explain that one to me, Chief. If the Hornson had 5 times speed, America's village would still be alive! This is why they say slow and steady always wins the race. Average Elder Scrolls village be like... Yeah, you go to Elder Scrolls, it's like 2 houses. It's like, this is the village. It's like, sure, buddy. Whatever you say. Okay, here we go. This is how we go. I'm not even gonna bother with my runes. I don't care how many runes it is. It's probably not worth it. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, God. What? Loki 2024. Yep, that's me. You know, I just really like Shadow Altus, you know? I forgot how to speak for a second there. Alright, you know what, chat? Because I don't want to be an idiot, we're turning off ×2 speed, we're turning off higher LOD. And we'll just do this like sane people. Oh no, it's so sluggish. Normality. Oh no. I can't do this. I'll actually be able to move around with pinpoint accuracy. How awful. Damn, I was hoping there'd be a secret cave. Now this makes me curious if Rabith was doing any studies of the Shaman village from down here. Now I have to wonder. Oh. Puppet of Anna. Oh, so this is Anna. Okay, cool. Rabith, what are you doing? Or maybe Rabith's just supposed to be referencing the whole water thing with the mother and stuff. Slowkey. Damn. Damn! You're really gonna hit me like that, huh? Wow! Wow! I love this because no one in their right mind would ever actually construct a building like this. Like, who the hell constructs a building where there's no other way up or, like, it's just a random freaking little bridge thing up top with a balcony. It's like, how? Like, FromSoft, like, sometimes FromSoft has this stuff where it's like, oh, this really feels almost like a real place. And then they do shit like this, and you're like, wow. They really just wanted you to kind of, like, run around and kind of just be like, you know, fill in the blanks, you know, pretend this actually made sense. Spell mechanists. Bell bearing. Are you Rabith? Now we're gonna do... I gotta go, have fun. See you, Therms. Great having you. Alright, now we're gonna do to the... There we are. There I never want to have to come up here again, so we're getting all the shots I could possibly want from this guy. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. Wizards have no sense of right or wrong, or direction. Oh, that's a good one. So even villages in Elder Scrolls have more buildings than Salmon Village? I don't know, I think it's a close competition, you know? Rorikstead has 3 or 4 buildings. That place is referred to as a hamlet in game, huh? Listen, a hamlet and a village are the same thing, right? So... these are just wolves. These are just wolves doing their wolf thing. In fact, there's actually wolves in this entire area, surprisingly. Like, this is just wolf country. I forget, what's the normal item you get from this place? Was I looking at something? I was like, oh no, that's just a random puddle. Oh no, this is... okay. Oh. Okay. Ow. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing there. Hey, buddy. Oh my god. Oh, let me go up! Let me go up! I actually want one with the tower in the background. Actually, you know what? Let's look at this tower for a sec. I want to get the, like, the full background view for a second. So, okay, so This is where we fight. This is the boss fight area where we fight Divine Beastman, right? I think we take a lift up, right? This is where one of the defaced spiritualist guys are there, right? This is the entrance we take, right? Then we go up here. This is where the tree stuff is, right? You can actually see the hole here, so this is where one of the trees would be, right? This is the area where we have the first instance, really, that we look at the statue. There's that broken bridge that should lead us over there. Actually, ooh, they even have the other bridge over here that would probably have connected back over here where we find another broken thing, right? This is the thing that we take back that leads us down here from to Bellerad and stuff. I remember that because that was really cool. That's separate. This is the main path besides this. So there's two paths, right? So you get here into, like, the quote-unquote lobby area, right? Like, this is, like, the main, like, temple lobby area. Then you have two bridges you can take, right? You take the one main bridge over here, which takes us to, like, a little side temple thing that leads into the main pillar structure there, right? And then you got this other one, which is also one of the main entrances, right? So we go inside there. These are all the side areas we have to go through or whatever, right? But, like, generally speaking, we could just climb up here to get to this section, right? Then this is where the platform is, well, the statue and the one Divine Warrior guy, right? And then we go here, and this, I think, is the preamble to entering into this, which, if I recall correctly, is where the giant ash pit thing is, right? And then after the ash pit thing, we go here, and we take up to the Gate of Divinity. Okay, okay. And there's this, which I didn't even realize this was a thing. What the hell is that doing there? Right. Uh-huh. Fascinating. Does Nerealum and Haley Tree have similar elements in architecture, or is it just me? It might be. It feels like, at least from what I can see, it looks pretty distinct from what I've seen from the architecture. I don't see too many motifs. Like, the closest I can think of is maybe this thing. There's a lot of details and stuff that I wouldn't be surprised if they take some of the same assets or whatever. But I think it's mostly just stock stuff. I don't think it's anything, like, too important. I think there was a big controversy earlier because a lot of people were putting importance on stuff that a lot of people were like, well, these are stock assets. Now, I don't think that automatically discounts the possibility that they're related, but I definitely think it's worth putting into context. Alright. Alright, my horny men. What are we looking at over here? God, this frame rate. Just fork me sideways, you know? This is painful. How many hordes had to chase off carrion birds every day? Honestly, forget Yarnum. All the carrion crows have been copy-pasted in this game. There's so many dead buddies. It's funny how the Gate of Divinity was supposed to be a well-kept secret. Did other people and Nation, the Land of Shadow, just not know what the weird red thing was up there? Well, here's the thing. Based on what we see with Marika and stuff, the Gate of Divinity might not have actually existed before her. And then afterwards, it would only be around up until the end of the age, like the beginning of the end to the Age of Plenty, right? Like during that declining period. So like what? We're talking about like at minimum maybe like a few decades. Don't know what the maximum on that would be, right? Because we don't know how like aging and stuff works with demigods and all that. But, yeah, so I would not be surprised if it was this thing that, nobody really knew about except Marika and the priesthood for the Hornsent. And then, obviously, Marika, you know, America kind of then sealed all that stuff away. So at least that would not leave a lot of time for word to spread to everybody about what exactly the Hornsent were doing at their tower involving the gate. Yeah, this is what I find this the most curious. Having one of these trees here, with this statue here, and that snake skin off to the side over here. I think that's probably one of the biggest... It's one of those things where I feel like if I knew the base game lore well enough, it might have clicked for me instantly when I saw this, but I don't, so... Okay, yeah, let's move on. I can't take the frame rate here. We got the Ruins of Ulte. We got this. We got all this stuff. I don't care about any of this stuff here. Anything in the Mesmer's place? I don't think so. Shadowkeep, I think we're good on. I think we got the Ancient Ruins base pretty good. I don't want to do the Catacombs. Is there anything still at these ruins I really want to grab too, I guess? Scorpion River Catacombs. Small private altar. An Aerialum seems like it was built precisely for the Gate of Divinity. Oh, I think the idea of the tower is obviously made for the purpose of the Hornsent obtaining godhood, right? Like, that much is obvious. But as we can see, they had various methods of which they were trying to become gods. Not just strictly using the gate or whatever, right? And from what we see in the teaser trailer and stuff, it definitely looks like the gate wasn't operational until Marika made it so, using what looks like a piece of the Elden Ring, or at least some aspect of its power that maybe the Hornsent have or whatever, right? So I would say, I think what happened was the tower was being constructed. It was essentially the major area of the Hornsent culture. It was all about, again, like Tower of Babel type crap. We're going to reach God. You know, we're going to achieve godhood status. Here you guys go, since you guys wanted to ask about these guys, so... Again, it's not the same pose. I don't think it's even the same arm. I think they use their right arm, and these guys use their left. And it's definitely shorter, so yeah. Maybe it's the same base animation or whatever, but, like, it's with 100% a different model and stuff, and different... It's been flipped. America used spaghetti, yeah. But yeah, so I don't think the Gate of Divinity was something that was like a widely known thing that's been existent for like hundreds of thousands of years or whatever, right? Especially considering Hornsent culture itself seems to be relatively late. Like, it seems to more or less exist in the period just before Marika, like the Sun Capital and the farm colonies and stuff, so... Between all that, so... I don't think it's that out of place to the wider world. And again, since Marika seems to be trying super duper hard to make sure other people can't reach it and stuff, I don't think it was something that everybody knew about. Okay, we got that covered. We got the piss water. Yeah, okay. I think I took all the good shots I care about, right? I don't think there's anything new that I can really grab. I think these are supposed to be the people. They just have it as like a flat texture here. That's what I have to assume that is now. I thought it was just really weirdly incomplete, but I think this is actually just them making a really piss poor attempt to represent all the people that are like attached to this. Also, the fact that it... it seems to coalesce a lot, like, above the city. And I know there's some, like, on the edges, like, around here and stuff, too. But, like, mostly on, like, the outer edges of the city and stuff, or under the city, it's making me think that this is those are supposed to just be, like, the residents of the Bellarat. The problem I have with that, though, is that they don't have horns, or they don't look like they have horns. Now, granted, we do see hornless people as slaves in the civilization, right? So, maybe it's just they're using generic stuff. They didn't want to create a model that was, like, mixing up everything or whatever, and or they didn't expect people to look at it that closely. I don't know. So maybe they just didn't want to go the extra mile there. But they do it with so much else for this DLC. I don't know if I buy that. The pointed arch window? What pointed arch window are we talking about? Like the hell? Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Night Scout. It's interesting how a Hornsent has the key to the storeroom and 2 Hornsent mages guard it. Did they sell out to the Grand Dam? Sell out the Grand Dam? I got the impression the storeroom was repurposed as her jail. I don't know if it's her jail. If anything, they could just be protecting her or whatever, right? Like, I have to admit, this is all, like... Again, I struggle to understand how it's so hard to burn this entire place to the ground. Like, we literally see in the trailer, you got all the frickin' golem guys literally waltzing through this place, and yet there's all these buildings still standing, right? Again, artistic license and all that, but, like, I just find it really hard after what we see in the trailer that any of this is still around. Like, it really feels like everything should have been more or less burned to the ground. But it's like, okay, whatever. Whatever. Wait, what the? Huh. Is that poison silk? Huh. Different architectural styles? Yes, we could do that. Slapping a horn or two. Some guys too complicated. No, that's the thing. They do slap horns on things. Like, they made a new corpse model for Hornsent and stuff. And they do go to the effort to distinguish it from the regular stuff. Like, when you don't really see Hornsent models, for example, in Mesmer's castle or Rolana's castle or stuff, right? Like, so it's clear that they were very conscious about that. So that's what makes me skeptical. But then again, like, again, maybe it's just a matter of, well, we didn't expect you to look that closely at that stuff, right? Compared to, say, the Gate of Divinity, where you're actually walking on the bodies, so, like, it behooves you to at least make some of the bodies look like Hornsent. Right? That's what has me curious. I also find it interesting how this body ended up untouched. Like, we have so many bodies which are, like, you know, beheaded, defaced, like statues, and, ashified, burned. But this one got off scot-free. Maybe Mesmer just didn't use the front door, He just kind of crashed through the walls. I could actually, unironically, I could believe that. Of course. Well, okay. It's poison spider webs because they're scorpion spiders, of course, right? Of course. It reminded me of weird windows in the Sunrealm shield. Oh, okay. Is that what was attracting you to them? Yeah, see, like, we clearly have just horn scent bodies. They got the Darth Maul look. Woo! Oh god, the leg. I'm pretty sure I'm still in full HD. Also, I saw you load everything in game. I saw there was nothing out here until I started approaching. Oh god, before I get any aneurysm. Yeah, and this is all normal. We've taken shots of this stuff. Alright, so... Run down Traveler's Rest. I don't recall this, so I actually want to look at it. Once you get your new computer, Loki, when I call the guys and tell them, hey, I think it's about time, like, I get the... I should take, like, a day off or whatever, when can you, like, take me without me having to wait, like, so many days? I really need to call that in. Because, yeah, that needs to happen now. I being the Let's Play or whatever, right, but, like, for the future investment of this channel and everything, I really need to, like, you know, get that all settled and done. Where is it? Am I crazy? Okay, there it is. Okay. Alright, it's a horn sim. Okay. It's another horn sim building for the village and stuff. Okay. Alright, in that case, let's get rid of the fog here, because Liurnia weather, you know. I will say, I actually like the idea of this entire field being covered in fog for, like, exploration purposes. I actually would really like that. A wide open area, but it's super fog covered, so you can't really see. You can't really see much in front of you at certain times. Like, I think that's kind of... Why are you still foggy? I thought the fog would go in. So, question about the bridge from Shadowkeep to Rao. What does the view look like of it facing Shadowkeep during the morning? Wonder if the sun would rise over the gate. Do you mean, this gate or this gate? Or are we... I assume you're not talking about, like... Yeah, it can't be that. You mean gate. Another question, though, I do have, chat, is whether or not if maybe I should just hold off on getting the new PC. Like, I already bought the parts and stuff, but if I should just be like, hey, can you sell those, like, graphics card and stuff? Because I hear there's going to be, like, a new graphics card type or whatever coming out, like, in December or something. And, like, that's going to be, like, super, like, cutting-edge, state-of-the-art. If maybe I should just bite the bullet, purchase one of those, whatever the price may be, and kind of just cruise on them for you know, half a decade or whatever. Maybe a decade if I can really force it. Because apparently they're going to be, like, super crazy, really, like, bring the technology forward. I don't know if that's true or whatever. That's what I was hearing. So that has been my concern now of, like, oh, am I, going to be upgrading, like, literally at, like, the worst time I should be upgrading? Should I be, like, you know, waiting a little bit longer? That could work. Oh, it's because of the Sunrealm thing. Sure, we can do that, but again, I think this whole Shadowkeep is the sun capital is. I don't know. I really struggle to buy that idea. I think the way the architecture and everything is, I think it's too inconsistent. You essentially have to be arguing that they would remodel it anyway, and I think Langdell just works better if you're making that case with everything we've seen. Speaking of everything I've seen, these stupid freaking... I'll do this. There we go. Man, imagine constructing this bridge. Imagine you're constructing this bridge. Just thinking about it, it's just super funny to me now. We do have a horn scent graveyard thing though here, so they definitely had a way of getting around. I think that's water here, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, that's the village thing. I don't know. Looking at this, I'm struggling to visualize how exactly any of this would have connected or worked. I guess you could always argue that the highways and stuff we see here were built by Mesmer's forces, right? And they didn't bother putting the tiling or whatever, right? Because it's, Shadow War or something. I guess you can make that case. I don't know. The Mesmer colors aren't hard to see, Night Scout. Like, it's very clear looking at... It's very clear looking at them. You're the only one who would try to argue that they're not, like, clearly two different colors. Every time you look. I don't need to ask Ziovsky for that. Anyway, though, for what's asked here, let's look at this, and then I think I'm going to be done, because I don't care otherwise for anything that we're getting today. I think I got all the shots I really wanted today. I can't speak to the marriage thing, though. I would have to look into the marriage thing to be sure about that. I can imagine the black and blue being connected just because of the, what's it called? Wait, why am I going down? Wait, that wasn't the intention. Oops. Back up, thank you. I can imagine the black and blue being intentional with Rolana. I don't know about the marriage thing. I'd have to think about that one. Oh, okay. Okay, that is what I'm supposed to do. Gotcha. Okay. I was so confused. I thought it was the other way, but no. Okay. This is for Rao. Gotcha. And this will take me to where the... Yeah, okay. Good. Yeah, no, this is normal. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that would scream Sun Capital looking at this. Yeah. I see the tower. So that can kind of work, I guess. But then you have this giant storehouse here, right? So you'd have to argue that that was added on, I guess, compared to what we see with the sun. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is the Sun Capital, guys. The gate's not big enough, right? Like, it's a really tiny door. Like, the Sun Capital also was very symmetrical for the most part, right? Like, you had about this length here, but it's a lot longer here. The storehouse is in the central tower, if I recall correctly. It's connected to it, but no. Well, actually, no, sorry, yeah. The storehouse is the central tower. This, though, is the Mesmer thing. So, yeah, sorry, I mixed it up. Yeah, so this would be the storehouse. The Mesmer thing would have to be added on, then. Yeah, okay, thanks for the correction. Actually, wait, though. Did I just see enemies? Am I crazy? Maybe it was just birds flying by, and I just got really lucky with the pause. Yeah. This just doesn't work. I don't think this works at all. Like, let's forget that this has, like, a hole in it, whatever. Like, just look at it, like... Yeah. None of it looks right. All the architecture is wrong. If it's the Sun Capital, it would essentially be Mesmer tearing down an entire city, then building a castle that's modeled on the city's basic design, but with a completely different architectural style. So it only subtly resembles it. I just don't buy that. Like, you can't convince me of that. That is such a leap. Right, and then we got the lab thing here. I was about to say something. I'm not gonna say it since you guys think my title is pretty spicy, but you all know what I'm thinking. I won't say it, but you probably already know. Also, you know, I probably knew that, but I forgot. But wow, lots of spear weapons here. There we go. There we go. Also, I just realized I completely forgot to put this on loop. Whoops. We went a whole stream without background music for the most part. Apologies, everyone. Poor torrent. What do you mean, poor torrent? Screw torrent. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear Sun Capital is supposed to be where Langdell is located now. It's, again, all the evidence points to that. I don't think there's anything that the DLC has put to, like, adjust that theory. It's like, it's clear that's what the base game seems to be indicating. No reason to overcomplicate it further. Alright, just trying to make this all work. Oh my god, tap back into the game then. Why won't it? It's not letting me, It's not working. I don't know why. I'm kind of stuck here, chat. Alright, so I think this is a good place to end it then, if I'm going to be stuck like this. For some reason, my keyboard's not responsive out of game. So... sorry, in-game. Out of game, it's fine. In-game, it's not. We have the perfumer things, though, so I do want to take another shot of all this. There we go. Perfumers doing their perfuming. Oh, wait. That's not... Oops. See. I really want to show off the cracked pot. I'm not seeing anything else that stands out, right? You wonder if the Sun Capital could be like an idealized version of the tower. Again, I don't think so. I think it's a separate culture. And now, again, I'm now wondering if there could be a closer connection with the Giants now too, with the Sun Capital and stuff, depending on the associations with the Sun. I am curious if there could be something there. Anyway, I think that's all I want to grab for now. So I think we're going to call it here, chat. Again, thank you guys for, like, you know, chilling with me during this stream. Again, I like doing casual Elden Ring streams, just going around getting shots and stuff, right? It's nice. I'm working on a new thesis already. I'm currently working on Ring City. I'll probably have a new draft for the work in progress up on the Discord soon. So again, I'm really happy to be back doing stuff besides Elden Ring, so that's cool. But like doing these streams still is like nice, just to be like, hey, cool, I can kind of casually consume and enjoy Elden Ring lore, and maybe actually learn something on my own with you guys. There we go. Until then, though. Sorry, where are we? Okay, wait. Until then, though. See ya.